think the 2022 crisis was just a huge earthquake, and we can't rule out some follow-on quakes. There could still be some ramification of that, but I think the situation has really changed hugely in those 2 years. We moved from a situation in Europe of storage deficits to now full storage. We've got an awful lot of new infrastructure, including regasification units installed all around the European coast. There's better connectivity of pipelines across countries. So it's still tight. The market is tight. You don't reverse such a huge loss of gas overnight. It takes years to recover from that. But I think the situation is much more comfortable. Well, I wouldn't say forever, but I do think it is a true structural shift. And I do expect that significant trade volume between the United States and Europe of LNG to persist for many years. I say not forever, because Europe is on a pathway to reduce its use of gas, but this is a decade-long process. The fact of the matter is the regasification units are now in place in Europe, and a lot of US LNG and LNG from elsewhere, but particularly from the United States, has replaced the Russian pipeline gas, and that is the new map. Well, from the point of view of LNG, we're very much focused on the first of those phenomena, the slowdown in China. Because you'll read an awful lot, you'll hear a little lot from LNG commentators and analysts like myself about the fact that LNG is going to grow a huge amount to the rest of the decade, but that is very heavily predicated on China. And so the fact that the Chinese economy is showing clear signs of trouble and slowing down is a concern for the LNG market. So you've got a significant increase in supply coming on from the United States, not only, but specifically from the United States, and you've got a slowdown in the largest growth market in China. So I really think we are moving from a situation of tight markets to abundant markets. I think both things can actually be true. I think towards the end of the decade, I don't like the word glut, but I think we're clearly shifting from a tight market to a loose market. It's not hard to see or to count the LNG projects in the world that are under construction. They will come on, they will supply LNG, and I think that will lead to a very comfortable situation. But it's still true that we still need significant investment, because this is a business that's going to carry on growing through the 2030s and into the 2040s. So this is a treadmill, so it's absolutely true to say that more investment is needed. It's all about timing. In terms of who will be the major suppliers, well, clearly the two main players at the moment ramping up are the United States and Qatar. And I actually think it's very important for the industry that we should welcome a more diversified slate. It's going to be very important to see Canada emerging over the next few months as a new LNG exporter. And I see good potential for Canada to raise production. And there are other markets in the Middle East, notably the project in United Arab Emirates is one that deserves calling out, and Argentina is another interesting market to look at. So we are seeing different players looking to take advantage of the great demand opportunities.